okay?
I can.
Okay, great.
Awesome. It
Remember,
has
hang on at the
started.
end.
Yes, stay on. Don't just pop off.
I know. I don't know what just happened, actually. I'm having to use my phone because my laptop did not want me to use it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
told
fine.
her.
Well, I want to, before we always start, we want to honor those who come on and we want them to know why. And I know Kelly likes to call you a youngin', uh,
Oh,
because we're seasoned, because we've been around for a very long time. But we want to tell you that your dedication to the field, you taking the initiative with the navigation where you are, taking on where other people just let it just sit. Okay, I'll just say that. You can tell the story. But we are just honored to have you on, and this is your time to tell the world. A lot of people come on and they think, well, I'm talking too much. This is your time to talk. This is your time to let the world know, okay, this is what's happening in my space. Because we're such silos. You can have 50 sleep centers in one state and no one's talking to each other because they feel like they're competition. And the truth of the matter is, if we don't come together and understand it takes all of us to do it, we're going to fail like a lot of other people have. So we wanted you on because you've done some amazing things. I'm going to let you talk about it. And Kelly wants to tell you a few things too.
Yes. So Lana, right?
yes, you said
Okay.
it right. You said,
Yes.
and I talked to her briefly day before yesterday, and she said my name right off the bat correctly. And I said, literally, my name is 100% usually incorrectly pronounced, and she said it right the first go. So I was like, "You're awesome. That's awesome."
Well, thank
Awesome.
you. But I wanted to I told Donnie why I wanted to have you on
Mhm.
because I noticed you on LinkedIn and you posted when I think actually when you started to first post, and I'm not sure I was even liking anyone's stuff at the time because I'm very introverted and I didn't even want to be on social media. And Donnie kind of pushed me on there. So I did it. But I noticed I felt like you were maybe experiencing similar to what I was because you were very honest about certain things. Took it as she seems like she's a little introvert. And I wanted to make sure I kept liking your stuff because I
Oh,
saw that you were trying to come out. And I also saw, BRPT, which you could talk about, the Alabama Sleep Society that you could talk about. And of course, what I'm super excited to talk to you about is the navigation that you're doing at your hospital. So, with all that said, thank you so much for coming on. I really think everyone should hear your story because there's a lot of people like all three of us. Maybe not Donnie, because Donnie's just always all over the place. She's more extroverted than me and you. But there's a lot of people like us that do want to do what we're doing, or maybe they are doing it, but maybe not to the level that we are. But they don't feel like they have a voice. So let the world know, how did you get into sleep, and tell a little bit about your story.
okay. Well, first of all, thank you all for having me. I was very excited when I got the message. I sent it to my family group text immediately. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited!" I was like, "I can't believe somebody would want to talk to me and interview me." So that's so exciting for me. So thank you guys very much for that. So I tend to babble whenever I get to tell my story because I feel like it's not a straightforward story. So I'm going to do my best to try to make it easy. And if I start to babble, feel free to just say, "Okay, Lana, let's go." so,
Well,
so I,
this is your show, like Donnie said.
oh goodness. So that's a little bit scary because anyway, so I got into sleep in 2010. So, like most people, I feel like this is not something that I ever really planned on doing. This was not my dream when I was a little girl. I was like, I want to be a sleep tech when I grow up. That was never, what I planned on being. So I graduated high school at age 16. And so by the time I was 19, I was in my third year of college. And I came home for the summer, and truly, I was worn out. And my mom always is a very supportive person for me. She said, "Hey, I found this sleep school about 45 minutes away from where we lived at the time." And she said, "If you'll do this, I'll do this too." And I said, "Mom, that's not a legitimate thing. I've never heard of this. It's not real." But because I knew what my next semester looked like, I knew it looked like differential equations, more advanced physics classes, all these really difficult things that I knew I was going to really have to buckle down for. I thought to myself, maybe this is okay. Take a little bit of a break, and I'll make some money. So I went to the little sleep school. It was just a 3-week program. Um, and I got into the field pretty quickly, got a job at a 2-bed lab, and I loved it. And that lab closed down about 3 months after I started there. And I kind of always joke, I was like, I hope that had nothing to do with me, you know. But I went on to another place, another 6-bed lab. I ended up staying there for 6 years. But I started with my CPSGT, then I got my RPSGT. And then in 2015, I had my first daughter, and I stayed home with her for a little while. And, you know, my mom went to sleep school with me. So she was in the field. So I continued going to the Sleep Professionals of Alabama, the annual conferences, and keeping my CEUs up because I knew eventually I would go back. And so I you know, stayed home with my girls for a little while. And then when I went back to the workforce, everything felt different as a mother. So my time felt more valuable. When you have little girls crying for you to stay home, mama, things feel different. So my passion grew deeper than it did even whenever I first entered the field, you know. So all of a sudden I said, I want CCSH. I want to try to do this sleep navigator type role. I said, I want to be on the board. I want to do things with the BRPT. And so all these things that in before I never really wanted to do, all of a sudden I had this passion and this urge to do these things. And so I kind of started to go after them. So I got CCSH. I was able to get on the board for the Sleep Professionals of Alabama, and I have been able to volunteer with various committees with the BRPT, and so I stay pretty active. And then also I, on a weekly basis, am doing like the sleep navigator role. So I hope that was okay. not too long-winded here.
No, it's awesome.
Thank you.
So tell me about the sleep navigation. How did that come about? How long have you been doing it for? Whatever you're able to share.
Okay, so the system itself was in place before I was even employed there, and so pretty much what it was is the push to have less readmissions to the hospital. So you know, the nurses were looking out for people with like cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, diabetes, um, stroke, you know, the typical comorbidities associated with OSA. And so now whenever the person is admitted to the hospital, they're asked the stop bang. And so whenever they have a score of a 5 or above, they're filtered, you know, they're filtered through. And if they're a 5 or above, they come through on my end. And I'll go and I'll talk to them, and I will, no matter what, I always have an educational sheet about what sleep apnea is, some of the symptoms and everything, and then our contact information. And so what I try to do, you know, pretty much I have this mental script of everything I always say. I learned to do that because like Kelly, I am very much an introvert. And so this was something very much, even though this is what I wanted to do so bad, I had to push myself to do this because the first several times I was stuttering my way through educating people about OSA, something I knew about. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2010, but still, it was really a struggle at first for me. Um, but whether they decide to schedule or not, I always leave behind the educational packet and our information. And pretty much what I always say, if they say they don't want to do anything further, I just say, hey, okay, that's okay. If you happen to look over this and you see some symptoms that look familiar to you, and you say, hey, I have some of these issues going on, then, you're welcome to give us a call and we'll be happy to take good care of you, kind of thing. So I always kind of end on that note and try to always leave on a positive note for sure.
How
And
long?
the thing,
Go ahead.
the thing is, what you're also doing, you're educating the community. That's what you're doing, because when you have that brochure, even if they don't quite think they got it, when you go in the room, somebody in the family has it.
That's
You can have, well, I'm not the one that snore. They snore louder than me. I don't know.
yeah,
You need to talk to them.
that's
So
right.
just giving that brochure out, I mean, wow, that helps the community. That helps the family. I always tell Kelly that when we first started together, she would get frustrated. And I was like, if we can just get one a day, you're going to
Yes.
affect thousands of people, because not only that patient, they're going to tell their friends, they're going to tell their family members, they're going to tell this person, and it's just a domino effect. It's education, and giving them something in a way that they understand is rewarding, because they will take that and feed someone else. I think of it just like feeding people. So kudos to you not leaving the room and saying, okay, well, fine, I'm gonna leave the room. I don't need to talk to you. You don't
um,
want what I got.
that's right. No.
That's awesome. That's
Sorry.
awesome.
So no, my favorite. Okay, so I recently posted. I'm sorry. Listen, I am propping you up on whatever I can just prop y'all up
You're
on.
fine.
So my favorite is when nurses have come to me after. That
Mhm.
is my favorite. I feel like dancing after that is over with, because that's so exciting to me. Just this happened to me last week. I had no idea the nurse was in the room with me, and I was having a wonderful conversation with a woman, and very in depth. And then as soon as I turned around, I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." The nurse is just standing there, and she's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." So we walked out into the hallway, and then she said, I need to schedule a sleep study." So that was awesome. I love
Yes.
when things like that happen.
And
Yes.
that's what I'm talking about. You're affecting the community. That is the staff, that is the family members, that is the physicians. And the thing is, most people don't know what they don't know. And we do the same thing. We'll have guests on here and they'll say things, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I could put that into my little toolbox. You just don't know. So that's awesome. Kudos to you,
Thank
Miss
you.
Miss Introvert. Look at you going out there and saving the world.
Ooh, I don't know. It takes a lot of energy. No.
That's why when you get home, you just decompress.
Ooh, yes, ma'am. Yes.
So do you screen everybody or just that certain population of people that you mentioned?
It's everybody that comes through the
Good
door.
job. Good job. Do you do anything in the community or just in the hospital?
So just the hospital, I would love to be able to do more outreach type things. It's just a little bit of, I guess I need to walk my brain around a little bit more and try to figure out, extra little things.
Oh, you definitely will. Yeah, I have no doubt.
Oh,
Now what about the BRPT? Because you're doing some cool things with them too.
thank you. So the first thing I did was in December 2023. I was asked to go to the Exam Development Committee meeting in Vancouver, Washington, and I helped write a few questions for future CPSGT, RPSGT, and CCSH exams. And that was really fun. I loved it. That was pretty much like a highlight. I loved that so much. And then while I was there, I was asked to join the Advanced Titration Committee. And so I was able to be on the committee that helped build that certificate exam. So that was really fun. And then I'm in the beginning stages of another new committee on the BRPT right now.
That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, kudos. I have a
Oh, thank
question. So why did you decide, well, I'm just not going to be sitting here on my hiney. I'm going to go out here and touch a little bit of this and I touch a little bit of that. So what made you just say, I'm going to do this?
I want to say I have no idea. But again, I think it goes back to whenever I came back as a mother. Like it really just ignited something in me that like I said, I was like, my time feels more valuable now. It's like I need to do more. I want to do more. I want to have my hands. In a way, it's like a flaw in myself. I have to have my hands in so many things. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of need that is that is not being fulfilled in me. That I'm like, I have to do this. I have to do this and this and this and this. It's in so many of different things of my life, but I don't know. I love it. It's just something that I enjoy doing. Is just being involved, and I love education. I love being able to help educate, and I love to learn. I want to know more, and I feel like I can always be better. So I want to always keep learning. So that's something.
That's the reason why I heard you say it earlier when you said you came back, but I wanted you to repeat it because that's essential. That's what our field needs. We need to start putting our hands on different things and stop being so stagnant and okay just being a night tech, or technology. I can't stand when somebody call me a technologist. So just knowing that it's so important that we do put our hands. No one's asking anyone who's listening. We're not asking you to put your hands on everything, but at least put your hands on multiple things,
Yeah.
something different, something that you can contribute, even if it's in your community. When we're talking about community events, doing something like that, you don't have to be part of an organization to put the word out there, because there are so many things out there, like these coaches, sleep coaches with no background in sleep, giving out this read off of a chat TPP information and never had the education or even the experience to be talking about these things. Well, it's not like any other field, but it happens everywhere. But we need to be more protective of who's out there putting out the information and ensure that we are the ones that are doing it. As I always say, we need to own it. We got to own it.
Right.
So kudos to you. I heard you before, but I just need them to hear it again, girl.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Well, and I do some night shifts too. So I mean, I'm still a sleep tech too. And I think just being involved in all these different things, and not all of these things, meaning just trying to be involved in just more than one thing, that's going to help you be a better tech and be better at your job too. And as long as you keep learning, and it's going to help you do your job better for sure.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you for your service to BRPT because that's work. So thank you for your time and to you and everyone on the BRPT to do that. Try and make our field better, which with that advanced titration certification I thought was awesome because there's still people out there that do not titrate very well. And there's some of them that have been doing it for as old as Donnie and I are that still do not titrate properly. So I think it's great that you guys did that. So sleep centers can start taking accountability in the staff that they have, the motivate them or say, hey, look at this, go get this. It will help you be a better titrator because who comes into the labs now? Only the sickest of the sick, right? And they're the
Mhm.
most difficult titrations. So you
Yes.
really have to know what you're doing and understand the pressures behind it. And then, of course, when you add oxygen and everything. So thank you for doing that. And then you're also on the Alabama Sleep Society
Yes.
on the board, right? So tell us
Yes.
about that.
Okay. So I guess this is my third year on the Sleep Professionals of Alabama board. Last year I was elected as the secretary position. And so we've got a conference coming up this weekend, even. So we do two conferences. We've got a spring conference and then a fall conference. So the spring one is more of a fundamentals, 1 day type thing. And then our fall is a weekend type thing. And you obviously get more CEUs, but I love being involved with that too. I've enjoyed that very much. That's been something I've enjoyed doing a lot.
I love that you do it. Your organization does it twice a year because you really stay active. To me, that means you even get more involvement in a way than the once a year stuff that some of our state society, as far as I know, there's only one. And sometimes we don't even know when they're doing it. It's
Yeah.
not as to me they don't promote it as well as they used to years ago. So kudos to you because I see it on LinkedIn.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't seen our local one on LinkedIn that I can remember, and there's one either the end of this month or next month. So
Okay.
good job.
Thank you. We're trying to move it around the state. That kind of helps it be more accessible to more people, around the state. So it's not always just in one spot. So
Hmm.
kind of like that we're doing that now.
I love it.
That's really good. That's nice. Everybody can come. That's good.
Yeah.
And like you said, twice a year is really good. That's nice.
Do you have any is so sleep navigation, Donnie and I say all the time, and this is the best job we've ever had. I know you're younger than us, but do you enjoy it better than anything else in sleep, or are you happy and content no matter what it is in sleep?
So I love being able to, I guess, have the versatility to be able to do more than one thing. I love being able to just do, different things. But I love, I don't know, there's definitely an excitement I get whenever I get patients that say, yes, I do want to have a sleep study. I have had some of the sweetest patients that I've talked to through whenever I've had my rounds as a sleep navigator. I have literally had a sweet lady tell me, this is why I got put into the hospital so I can talk to you about this. Like just things like that. That was
Mm.
precious. So I very much enjoy that. And I'm very thankful that that is something that my supervisor allows me to do. I'm very thankful for that. So, um, I love that. And my family absolutely loves that that's a day shift position as well. Too. Because mama doesn't have to leave at night. So, I mean, I'm just thankful for a job period. So, whenever I work nights, I'm thankful for my jobs, that I have that are nighttime jobs too. But yes, I definitely enjoy my sleep navigator role.
I love it.
We'll check back in about give you another 15 years and then we'll ask you.
Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh.
Because night shift at this age, it don't work.
You said
It
what?
don't work.
Oh
Can't be
no.
doing no nights.
Oh, listen.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, I feel it now. I feel it. I promise. That's what I'm saying. I like that night shift too. I don't want to say that that's the reason I like the navigator because that's not the reason why I like the navigator role, but that is a perk. That is definitely a perk of the navigator role. No, I started whenever I was 19, and it's a lot harder when you're 35 and you have two kids and working night shift for sure, especially when they don't value your sleep like they should.
Was the opposite for me. It was rewarding because both my husband and I do different fields. We worked nights and we worked opposite shifts because we were in Alabama. We didn't have any family, so we had to ensure that our kids were taken care of. So we worked different shifts, 3 12s each. And the thing is, because they were smaller, it was easier. You're in the bed, you're going to bed. I'm gonna go to work, and when I get up, you'll be waking up, and I can take you to school. So it was for us, it was just awesome to work nights. And then suddenly, age came up on me, and age is like, it ain't working, girl. You can't do this for long because the booty, you know how you get your butt get all sore, and you get these aches coming down your leg down to your ankles, and it's like,
Oh
and then
man.
and then you have the audacity to gain about 50 pounds, and then,
Oh
then you don't realize it because all you're doing is snacking because you want
right.
to stay awake. So I gotta
Right.
chew something, and I'm not gonna chew gum. No, I gotta get those
Right.
darn chips or those cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, but for
So
some reason, I come into work and they have me little snacks, like, oh, a cookie for me, and I'm like, why did we do this? uh,
So do you have
awesome.
any advice for anyone that does want to do sleep navigation? I know your hospital you mentioned they already wanted to do it, but do you have any advice where they could have the courage to do it, have information, present something to at least pilot something in their hospital?
Okay. Well, I'm going to give a plug for you. I purchased your book whenever it first came out. Uh-oh, look at Donnie go. I did. As soon as it came out, I purchased your book because that
Thank
was
you.
something I wanted to do. And so I read over that, and I also handed it to my supervisor too to let her look at it. And she saw the value in this too. And so, and I would also have them look at statistics as far as, readmissions, whenever it's untreated sleep apnea, just really look at statistics. They're out there, and I don't know. I think that would be a good place to start.
Well, thank you for buying my book. So, was it easy to read? Because I had to convert to Donnie's brain because I was more paragraphs. And she's like, bullet this down, bullet this down.
Oh, it was fine to me. I did not have any trouble.
I love
Yeah.
it. Okay, well, that's good to hear. All right. Do you have anything for her, Donnie, before I ask her my last question?
No, I have something to say to you
Uh-oh.
because I want to give you your kudos because she's right. She grabbed that book because she wanted to do it. And she blows it off all the time. All the time she blows it off. Because she wrote that book, she made a difference in our field because it was done and she showed how she did it. Well, she not how, I just say the process, the journey, because that's why it was a diary. It was the journey. And you just have made such a significant difference in so many people's lives. And I know you're going to hear it a lot more. This is not the only person. You're going to
Yeah.
hear it a lot more because you have changed lives. Miss Kelly Gladden, you have changed lives. I call her the OG. Well,
There you
she,
go.
yeah, she's the OG, original goddess. And Christina Weaver is the OOG. She's the original goddess of the second power because she started it all in 2013. So, but yeah, I want you to know that you have changed lives. And this young lady is an example of that.
Huh.
Yes, I love it. I love what you're doing. I
Mhm.
think it motivates and excites other people when they hear this podcast and they're like, man, I can do that too. And
Mhm.
what all three of us going to say? Yes, you can. Elevate our field up.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
my last question.
Okay.
And everyone's vision's different. So some people can see just a year away, and some people can see like far out. So where do you see sleep going, either in the next year or the next 5 years?
Okay. Well, I will say that I have seen an increase of education and awareness in the last even year, truly. I saw a OSA advertisement, like awareness advertisement that wasn't trying to sell me anything on TV, and I don't even watch much TV recently. So I would like to say that there would be more education about it and more awareness about it, which would turn into more diagnoses and hopefully, more treatment for it.
I love
Awesome.
it.
Yes.
And hopefully more, utilization of the sleep navigator type roles and CCSH.
Yes, I think we're going to go
Awesome.
far beyond what we're doing now. Still
Yes.
navigation type thing, but even more than what we're doing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for honoring us with your time. You have been an inspiration. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep putting your hands on as much as you need to, girl, because you are inspiring other
Sure I
people to
will.
recognize. What'd you say?
I said, "Oh, I'm sure I will. I like to overwhelm myself, for some reason. It's like my favorite
We
thing."
love it. We love it. We love it. And but you're being productive. That's the key.
I
You're
hope
being
so.
productive. You're making a change. You're making a difference. Know that you're making a difference.
Well,
Go ahead,
thank
Miss Kelly.
Yes, thank you for coming on. I really
you.
appreciate it.
So,
And great job what you're doing with everything. And I hopefully only have about 10 more years, 10 or 13 more years, depending on my retirement money to retire. And it's so nice to see someone like you with the energy and passion that you have, that when we leave this field, we know there's going to be others like you that are just going to grow it beyond Donnie and I's imagination. So keep up the good work.
Thank y'all very much. I
Well,
appreciate it.
I'll be next to you because I ain't going nowhere. So she gonna retire, go sit in the island or somewhere.
All
No,
right.
I'm
I'm
gonna be
going to
next to you
some
because I want.
island or something.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Thank you very much for asking me to be on this. I appreciate it very much.
But
Oh,
it's been an
definitely.
honor. It has been an honor. You have sparked me too. I love to see the momentum. It's refreshing to see. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.